Green Women Tarot. This is your weekly reading for the first week of November 2020. So that's from the 2nd to the 8th of November. And it's a general reading just to see what sort of energies are around you at this time, to see what's on the cards for you. But before we delve into the tarot reading, I need to consult the oracle. And I'm using the Botanical Inspirations Oracle today to draw a couple of cards for you, just to start the reading off with. So let's see what words of wisdom the mysterious oracle has for Scorpio for the first week of November 2020. What messages are here for Scorpio? Oh, okay, you've got Gladiator. What does Scorpio need to know? You've got two more and I'll use them both. So you've got Gladiola, strength of character and moral integrity. Character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experiences of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, vision cleared, ambition inspired, and success achieved. So if you're going through a difficult time right now, it's moving you towards strengthening yourself and finding a clearer perspective of things and driving your ambition. So challenging times, but for a good reason. And then you've got the sacred lotus, enlightenment. No mud, no lotus. Tich Nat Han said that. So if this is troubled times, it's to bring enlightenment, to bring something beautiful will come out of it. So that's lovely. Sacred lotus. And then you've got apple blossoms, choices, knowledge and illumination. So it seems that there's something really lighting your path at the moment, even if, and it may be in the form of difficult times. White are the flowers of apple tree that brings us fruits and fertility. And after all your struggle comes enlightenment, choices opening up for you, having a better knowledge, an understanding and illumination. Beautiful, lovely. So that's your beginning. But let's see where the rest of the reading takes us. Let's see what's on the cards for Scorpio for the first week of November 2020. What messages are here for Scorpio for the first week of November? What does Scorpio need to know? So this is the Mythical Creatures Tarot that I'm using for you today. And I will do a 4-card spread for you. The first card will depict you where you are now. The second card will highlight your challenges at this time. The third card will bring you some guidance from Spirit, and then the final card reveals your outcome. And at the bottom of that, I'll put an underlining row of cards to act as clarification. So let's see what you get. You start off with the King of Coins, and then you have as your challenge the 7 of Swords. Next to that, in your advice row, you have the 3 of Swords, and the 5 of Coins being your outcome card. And beneath the King of Coins, you have the Knight of Coins, and the Devil is in your challenge. The Fool is your advice, and the Chariot ends your reading on the underlining row. And then you've got the 8 of Swords. at the bottom of the deck. So despite everything, you have you're in a good, stable position, actually, having built up something through dedication and hard work. It's been successful in making you feel comfortable and secure. The Knight of Coins suggests having put down firm roots with careful planning and not hurrying this, you've brought yourself to a point of security, stability, fruition. The Knight of Coins can also represent, for some of you, an offer coming your way, and this offer may be something that begins to change things for you, disrupt the stability. Although I get a sense that in the reading today, this is more about having the underlining energies that have enabled you to feel secure and stable. You've got, though, at the bottom of the deck, the Eight of Swords, showing some sense of being hemmed down. Perhaps this is something that, although it's stable and secure on many levels, it's leaving you feeling trapped. Perhaps it's too steady. And the Eight of Swords represents a sense of being bound down. Although this sense of entrapment is largely a matter of perspective. What's needed is to change the way you're looking at things, to step back and see that there is a path, there is a way forward. And for some of you, it may be in the stable position, you feel trapped in it, you feel it's too secure to move from, but there is a possibility, an offer, a chance to take, to begin again, to move things forward, to bring a new growth, a new development. But there's a sense of not being able to take it because you're too stable and you're hemmed in where you are. Yeah, the devil also speaks of being bound down. It suggests that perhaps this has become stale. And there's a sense with the Seven of Swords of deceit. Perhaps there is a deceit that's come to light, and this is the challenge, something that is painful, because you've got the Three of Swords here, which speaks of disappointment, betrayal and heartache, and it's right next to the Seven of Swords. So perhaps there's a realization that things are not as they seemed, that you feel you've been betrayed in some way, that you feel you've been lured into what seemed like a secure and stable position, only to find that you're having your resources, your emotions, your energies drained from you by some taker, by someone or some situation that is just slowly sucking the life out of you. And you feel there is a degree of not only disillusionment and deceit, but things have been taken from you in an underhanded way. So what starts off as very nice and secure seems to have melded into something that is uncomfortable and toxic, and leaving, a bitter taste in your mouth. So your advice from Spirit with all this is, sort of it's to acknowledge this sense of betrayal and heartache and disappointment, in order to allow it to work through, in order to let it go, to be able to move on from that. The suggestion with the Three of Swords is that although you're in pain now, you need to address this. It's about bringing these feelings to the fore and dealing with them. It's about airing, allowing the elements to heal a wound. If we cover up our wounds, our hurts, on a physical level, if we cover up a cut, it doesn't heal as quickly as if it's exposed. So I think there's a sense that in an advice row, the Three of Swords suggests you expose these betrayals, you expose this heartache, and deal with it. And perhaps this is the moment of epiphany here, this challenge, this realization that there's deceit about, there's underhandedness, there's an imbalance here where you may have felt there was a good give and take situation, but it's now turned bitter. You're now realizing that someone is bleeding you dry. You've got the devil, and you feel at the same time you've committed to it and you're chained, you're stuck there. But the thing with both of these cards, these bondages are largely illusional, and the idea is that it simply takes a decision, a moment where you decide no, enough, and you can, through your own actions, through your own decision, release yourself almost in a moment, because these chains that hold down are looser than you realize, and it's just a matter of lifting them off and allowing this enlightenment to come in. And with that enlightenment comes illumination and knowledge, and you're able to see things in a different perspective and step away. And this is underlined here with a Fool going off, starting something new, beginning something new and fresh, with a sense of faith that things will turn out as they're meant to be. So walking away from this situation takes courage. It's a big step, it's a leap of faith that's needed here in order to remove yourself from what has become a toxic situation and allow these hurts and betrayals to heal. And where does it all take you? Back in the seat of power, really, moving on further forward. Like after that leap of faith, it shows that you regain that sense of balance, you take hold the reins of your life, and you move forward with a determined sense of purpose and a clear idea of the direction in which you want to move, and you leave this behind. It means that you may have to forego a lot of this comfort here, and find yourself again exposed, find yourself with less physical resources than you did have, but it's allowing you to grow and expand in better ways, in other ways, in deeper ways. It's almost like the whole reading is turning your attention from what is materially comfortable to what is spiritually and emotionally comfortable, finding a deeper level in which to be satisfied, in which to be comfortable. But it requires moving on, and it requires stepping out of a comfort zone. And with the Five of Coins, it sort of always speaks of refinding that charity, that warmth, that sense of belonging through changing your perspective, changing the way you look, looking in the right direction and moving towards that. So it seems that, a change of direction is called for here in order to release yourself from something that is draining you, from something that you may have deceived yourself about, or that it is deceiving you, actively deceiving you. It requires a leap of faith and the courage to face your difficulties, your pain, and work through it in order to put it behind you and move on. But you certainly do get a sense of regaining your balance and realigning your life and being able to move forward with determination, purpose, and having a clear goal in sight. So there you have it, strength of character and moral integrities fitting really nicely here in your challenge row. It's, holding on to what you believe is honest, truthful, right and just. And that brings with it a strength of character. I get a sense it's important that you embrace your integrity now and don't shield yourself from it. Face it and, move with honesty, move with integrity and truth. And, this shows enlightenment coming your way. It could well be that this is a moment of enlightenment that urges you to find something more comfortable, to move forward in a new direction and leave something behind. And there you have choices. It's a matter of choosing. Do you stay where you are or do you move? Do you face the truth or do you mask it and carry on as you are in the same old dance? The choice is yours, but there you have it. It's sort of a very profound moment for you where you may be moving from something that has been built up and seems comfortable and stable, but underlining that it goes against your integrity, it goes against your belief system and your better self, and striving forward towards a new goal, a new path is indicated here. So there you have it, Scorpio. I hope you enjoyed your reading and that it resonates with you. And if so, please remember to hit the like, share and subscribe buttons, and then have yourself a good week. And God bless you till we meet again.